And we're recording. And man, like, realize 2025 has finally ended. Allegedly, we've already started 2026.
Yep, this is y'all's new normal.
So, anyhow, welcome one, welcome all, Athletics LLC. Ricky, yeah, we're back. So, Clyde, how are you tonight?
Oh, um, working, working.
Working hard, hardly working.
Oh no, hardly working.
Working
Working.
harder.
It's an odd time of year. It always is. Fall is the fall. Um, this uh this dynamic you are feeling that this only exists for, you super high level important people who get to go to cool things like worlds, us minions out here that are not worthy of such things. We just been waiting for practice to start. So,
Oh my gosh. But
Did
I'll say
did
this.
you plug in the BSO meter?
But like we're already in October.
Yes, this is normal order out here.
We're like I just realized this weekend when I was writing workouts that we're on fall break next week. I freaked out a little bit. I'm not behind, but I freaked out a little bit.
No,
Raccoon, how about yourself? Where are you at on the odometer?
Me?
Yes.
Uh, I mean, okay. So in terms of my job, in terms of where I'm at with practice and all of that, this month is always a month where the freshmen's get get that like, oh,
fresh.
so we moved to 20 hours today. Yes. So so this
Hey,
this
there's more.
this 1 hour and done is no more? No. You you
Uh,
mean we have more to do? Yes. Yes. But I'm already sore. Yeah, I know.
As to be
I know.
expected,
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine
Buckle
that.
buckle up.
right? Wait till Thursday. Wait till it all settles in.
Exactly.
And you're on your third lift for the week.
I know.
And then your
Yeah,
dumbass still signed up for Squattober.
that's
Okay.
right.
Right.
And then we still have testing coming up at the end of
Right?
the month.
Right?
Yeah.
Dennis.
Mm-mm.
Ah, the year that
Right.
was. What about you?
I yeah. So obviously I can't ever complain about any of this, right? Because I did this to my own life. But like, I'm on the plane coming home from Tokyo, like doing like beautiful mind about flights I have to take in October to go see baseball players. And a random trip that I have to drive to Oklahoma, and like now dinner is going to be breakfast, and I'm doing all these things, and I'm just like, October's the one month I'm not coaching track. It is going to go by like phew.
Hmm.
But I remember this much: as a college coach, I always chuckled the beginning of October because it's when I would realize that we have 10 weeks of practice left until you go home for Christmas break.
Yep.
But the kids don't see it coming at all.
Nope.
I'm like, we got 4 months of October, 4 weeks of October, 3 weeks of November, 3 weeks of December. Somewhere in there, there's a week more and a week less. But that's where we're at. And in those 10 weeks, I'm supposed to be getting you ready to think that you're going to do a track meet in January.
Yeah.
And I like,
Raccoon.
and it just all like this is when it would always dawn on me and I would start chuckling because I'm like, oh well, then I'm in the right place. Like we got to ratchet things up, and we got to, to Raccoon's point, like this is where we, right? But they don't
Yep.
ever see it coming.
Nope. They don't.
Raccoon, I apologize. I cut you off earlier. What were you going to say?
Me?
No,
Oh,
Governor.
No, 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 I'm good. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
good.
My bad. My bad. So as we speak on the beginning of the new year, we will wrap up the year that just came to an end. Quite a few things to be celebrated, some not so fun, last minute withdrawals. But the season overall, I think everybody can agree was like pretty great season, especially to end that 5 year cycle that we had. So our quad was a sink,
If you
a
really
sink.
like take 30 seconds to assess it all, you realize how ridiculous the last 5 years have, like the how ridiculous the 5 year ask has been, because we talked about it a lot on the front end, right? And if you guys remember, Sir Lucius sort of poo-pooed it. It's like all the good coaches will figure it out, and like he's right, and I knew he was right then about that part. But in talking with athletes, these are pros who have won medals. This 5 years has taken its toll on them,
Mm-hmm.
right? And physically, for sure, mentally, even more so. And I think 2026 is going to be very strange in that regard, because I think there's going to be a whole lot of people doing the bare minimum to keep their contracts and keep their money flowing. There's not going to be a whole lot of people running 30 meet seasons or doing anything crazy like that next year.
nah.
Um,
Well,
but the craziest part, just I want to wrap it up real fast, is that in the last year of the 5, we decided to change the calendar to make it the longest year it's ever been had.
well,
So
to
after 4 full seasons, in year 5, we put the Super Bowl in September, where it's always belonged, but this is the first year we've had that.
well, to that point, and we're gonna discuss the season that was. Um, from a months from January to September, this was the longest season in terms of having to be ready for the World Championships at the end of the year. However, I think based on what we saw, I think there are athletes that benefited from the World Championships being so late because they started late. And
Mhm.
I think outside of the Grand Slam track, can we not bring up Grand Slam track? Can we just leave it alone? Can we please? Okay. Um, outside of those
He
that
stopped
went,
talking when they stopped talking.
I know those that went for the bags. Um, I think by and large, the whole plan was to start later. And the fact that this World Championships is the best numerically in terms of total scores that we've ever seen. Um, I mean, let's just call it what it is. I mean, it was executed brilliantly by the coaches, by the athletes involved. Rain, puddles, heat, humidity. I mean, it was a grand show at the end of the season.
Am I the only one that like halfway through this World Championships thought it wasn't going that great for the US?
Because it
Well,
seemed like like the ones who were supposed to hit didn't hit.
I'm about to
It
say, I
was
think
There
that's
was
just
an
more.
illusion that they didn't hit.
Yeah, I think that's more about brand names not being what you hoped or thought that they would be. Because I never felt that at all. Like at no point. Did
Well,
it feel like
for me, it was more like early on what was going on in the women's throws. That was something that I was just like, wow, okay. The amount of firepower that the USA had going into the meet and what actually happened. Um, it just tells me on paper, this was a super team. I mean, what the USA left with compared to what they had going in, my gosh,
And the
unbelievable.
funniest part is like because we're always so used to the debacle that happened at the end, like
Hmm.
this time ended with the way it was scripted, right?
Yeah,
Four
yes,
golds and a silver,
yes. Yep,
right?
yep,
When they
yep.
drew it up eons ago, it was supposed to be like, well, we'll always finish the meet with, 4 or 5 gold medals. It just has never happened
Yeah.
till this one.
So what are we doing, Chu?
So, one, speaking about, we thought USA was having a bad meet, now we're not. Surprise performances of the season. If you want to narrow it down to the worlds, you can, but surprise performances.
Ooh, boy.
Uh
I'm going for the worlds category for 400, and literally, who is, because I can't remember her name, the Kenyan 800-meter runner that won.
Okay.
so my I'm gonna give a male and a female for this award. Um Cooper Lukenhouse's 800 at USA's.
Any particular round?
Yeah, the final round. But that's a good one. I like that. And Kambunji winning the 100 hurdles because
Yes.
we beat up how tough that race is 50,000 times. And we couldn't narrow it down to anything less than like a group of 5 or 6 that had a shot at winning a gold medal, right? Not one of us ever named Kambunji as one of those 5 or 6.
No, no.
So the fact that she came off the form chart in one of the 3 toughest events in the entire sport and took the dub, that to me was shocking. And it just gave me one more chance to say, Kambunji!
Um, so you're talking about Lillian Odira in 800.
Okay, there you go.
Um, so the subject is
surprise performance?
Surprising.
best
Surprising.
surprise performance. It's Odira for me. I mean, and it's not just the win, it's what she ran. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that she took one of those records off the books that we never thought was possible. Um, Unbelievable performance. And, it was also a throwback in my mind to the teamwork that we've seen with the Kenyans in past races where Mora literally sacrificed herself.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Took him out to the deep end, tried to hold on as long as she could, but you know, did the work, did the heavy lifting, and Odira just brings it home. Fantastic
Set,
race.
set
Yeah,
somebody up.
absolutely.
well, in the context of worlds, I agree, and the best ones have been spoken for. So I'll throw in some others.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the European sweep of the long distances on the men's side is insane.
Boo? Like
That's
what?
not a thing.
Yep.
But you know, both the reality that it happened is shocking and a surprise, but I'm more shocked and surprised that the Africans let it happen by walking the majority of the race. Like I will never understand that, and I don't coach distance, and I damn sure don't run it and have no interest in doing any of that. But anyone that can tell me that that was a useful strategy, I'm not here for that. That was dumb and the results bear it out. So that was shocking for me. Um, if I want to extrapolate it out, I mean, I got to be honest. If I look at it for the year,
Mm-hmm.
there were two massive shocks for me. The utter dominance of Melissa Jefferson on the women's 100-meter world was shocking. Listen,
Agreed.
we're all fans of Melissa Jefferson. She got a bronze medal in Paris, so clearly she was in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
To dominate the women's 100 at opening act to closing act, no one outside of her own household would say that they even saw that coming. I'm not sure if she would have said she saw that coming. Okay, so that's utter surprise for me, and fun to watch. And if we're talking surprises, I got to give the negative surprise of the year, which is the as dominant as Melissa was, Grant Holloway's season start to finish was just as shocking. I never thought I'd see that. And that wasn't fun to watch as a super fan of that man.
I
So
think even weirder is it wasn't start to finish. He won indoor worlds.
I'm talking
So
about
that so
outside. I
no,
mean
no, but
outside.
that no, I agree with you. Like that's the point why what made it so shocking is it's like it was literally just the outdoor season.
Yeah. Outside it was mystifying.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course obviously at Worlds, for someone that decorated to have that exit, like no.
I am very much looking forward to that comeback.
Oh, for certain. Like that's far from over.
Pissed
I'm
off Grant
just
gonna be on the phone. This maneuver right here, a lot.
right.
My kind of similar, same breath. I don't know if it's negative, but kind of disappointing. Surprise was Joe Kovacs.
Hmm.
Because it's such a because it was a good performance, but for not. Like you won USA's, yay!
Yeah.
But what? So
Like just bad timing wrapped up in a little pill,
yeah,
right?
literally,
Like
literally.
'cause Joe had
Well,
an awesome season.
it was like
Mm-hmm.
the worst day possible to have a bad day. It
Yep.
was very, very odd.
Oh wait, I said he won USA's. He didn't win USA's, but you get what I'm trying to say. Um, yeah, that was it's hard. Like, I don't know if you guys realize we've talked so much about the World Athletics rankings. I remember I think it was someone in our group was like, "How long have the rankings been out?" Because I don't remember you guys talking about these so much before. And it took me a second, and I think Huffins is the one who answered the question. I'm like, wait, the rankings really haven't been around that long.
Mm.
No.
No.
But we
Like
talk about it so intensely, like it feels like it's been a thing for a minute.
I
We
for
talk about
real
it
think that we are very much on the cutting edge and are probably industry leaders at this point in our country about the rankings because we have talked about them so in depth basically since the beginning because they affected our event most heavily.
Mm-hmm.
And so
and,
it
and
forced us to do a deep dive and to really understand how those things get fleshed out. Because there's still people who just went to Worlds who don't really understand what just happened.
Yep.
you can tell by the decisions coaches and athletes make in a year that they don't understand how these things work.
Facts.
We've talked about the world rankings initially, continuously, passionately, because in professional sports, it might be the ultimate inside baseball, if you pardon my analogy, game. And
Mhm.
it literally affects so many pieces of how our sport functions. Like if you don't, If you want to call yourself a professional track athlete and you do not take the time to understand how that I'm not gonna use the word corrupt because I don't think it's corrupt, but it is. If you don't know how to play that game, you are holistically wasting your time and effort because you're just going to cost yourself money. You're setting money on fire, not knowing how to work that game.
Let's put it this way. If your agent cannot accurately describe or show you a roadmap to
Yes,
the World Championships
Oof.
fired.
and what you will need to do at every meet to get
That's
to
right.
the point, or has an idea of what gets you into the field of 36 or what gets you into the field of 16 or whatever, to
Or
have
that
those
there's a
numbers.
different number for all the events.
Because what is it that we're doing as college coaches? What is it that we're able to rattle off to a freshman to say, hey, if you want to get that mark out of the way,
That's
to,
right.
to get your first round mark, this is what you're going to have to do.
That's right.
Mhm.
I think it's just as pertinent with this ranking system and the way it is, and because once we get to November, we know what the schedule is, correct? We have an idea of what
Yeah.
the schedule is and
Mhm.
what points are being allocated at X meets and what events are going to be at X meets.
And let's be clear about that. Like, we are an American entity show here that is mostly watched by an American audience. The American audience, the American fan base is completely ignorant to this game. Like, it's
Yeah.
mind blowing how ignorant they are to this game. But I get why, because how our team is selected
Yeah.
for the most part
Yes.
doesn't have to play that piece,
Mm-hmm.
but the
Right.
rest of the world does.
Right.
And it's again, from a career defining perspective, you just have to know it. Like, it's criminal
Yeah.
if you do not know. So, and the funniest thing for me, like here at San Jose State over the past couple years, is watching our young European Amelia Solstron having to learn that game taught by
Mm-hmm.
us
Mm-hmm.
because so many people still think, oh, if I just perform well, like, no. It means nothing. It
Nope.
means nothing,
Mm-mm.
right? And when you first learn it and you realize how screwed it is, like the anger phase takes over, and that is very entertaining to watch. But everybody goes through it. Coaches go through it, athletes go through it, and then you just kind of accept reality and plot your path.
Well, if people were to look at the start list for the Diamond League final
Yeah.
and see names that they haven't seen in like 2 months, or athletes that you haven't seen in forever, and you're going, wait a minute, how did you, right? And they got it done all before June,
I
right?
don't even
Like,
remember Diamond League finals at this point. I'm not even going to lie to you.
So here's
Nor
what's
should you.
funny. There's a million examples, but this one's obvious. The best example of how to play the rankings game
mm-hmm.
is um Amy Hunt.
Yeah,
Yes, Amy was
absolutely.
great.
She,
Absolutely.
she had a phenomenal season,
Yes,
no
she did.
question about it,
Yep.
right? But she did all of the heavy lifting early
Mm-hmm.
to where it would pay off if she actually provided a performance at the end,
Yes. Yep.
right? She did both of the meets in China to start the year, and she ran well enough to score enough points that
Yep.
she almost guaranteed herself to be in the Diamond League final
Yep.
after the two first meets.
The two
Now,
first
she
ones.
ran in some other meets. She, of course, knew she was going to get a quality lane in both the meets in England and blah blah blah. But all of that was so that when it came to the end, she had a legitimate chance at winning the Diamond League final.
Mm-hmm.
So we are obviously way off in the
Yeah,
weeds
sorry.
from where we were supposed to be. But since we are doing this, let's just, because Amy Hunt is the perfect individual example, and the women's 200 is the perfect event this year to highlight this. People, worlds are over. The Super Bowl has ended.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa Jefferson is the world champion in a blowout win.
Yep.
Okay. Amy Hunt got the silver medal.
Mm-hmm.
Who got third? I'm not being
Wait,
funny.
what was the
Yeah, no,
question?
I know
Who
because
got
none
third
of
in the
us
women's
have the
200?
answer.
I will have it
Um,
for you presently.
Governor is doing
Was
his
it
Google.
Sharika? Did Sharika get third?
I couldn't even tell you.
Final result.
was it a
Got
Navy
it.
battle?
It
No, she did
was
not
Or was
get
it
a medal.
Sharika?
Sharika
It was
got
Sharika.
third. Yes.
Sharika
Yeah.
got third. Okay, great. So, so Sharika Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing that's funny about the world rankings is much like the Alphabet Cruise rankings for NCAA's, it's not real until nationals hits, right?
Right.
So in the women's 200 meters, Sharika Jackson has finished the season world ranked number 6 at 200 meters. Dina Asher Smith is number 5. Amy Hunt, to the point, is number 4.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany Brown finishes world ranked number 3. Melissa Jefferson is number 2.
As world
Right.
champion.
So who's
Yes.
the world ranked number 1 200-meter runner for 2025?
A Navy battle.
It's a Navia Battle.
Mm-hmm.
A Navia Battle is the number 1 ranked 200-meter runner in the world this year. And I am a fan of her and her coach. I am in no way taking any shots at a Navia Battle. But think of a system where this person who did not medal
Mm-hmm.
is somehow number 1 world ranked. And I got news for you. Look at the numbers. It's not actually that close.
So again, this is a system that we
It's a
now
game.
have to navigate. And again, if you are interviewing agents and they can't process or explain to you what it takes, that conversation needs to be a very short one, because there is a blueprint. There is an actual blueprint. As a newcomer, fresh out of college, you've just won nationals, da da da. How am I going to get to the dance? Well, outside of USA's, this is what you need to do.
Well, to that very point in this very event, think about where he just said that Brittany Brown is world ranked, and remember how Brittany Brown got to worlds.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, people forget Brittany Brown started the season hurt,
Yeah, she did.
right? She did all the things that are necessary within the system that we have to get to where she needed to be. Like, it was amazing to me because the number of times that we've talked about all this, the number of people that didn't realize we could get 4 people in lots of events.
Yeah.
That's right.
But anyway,
What's
this
next,
is
Big
fun,
League?
but we need
I
awards.
know. So
Well, that's a good one. Best players of the system. We basically just
What?
did that
I
one.
think
Hey,
we've
agent MVP, whoever is running the Navy of Battles
yes, there you
career
go.
agency
That
is the winner.
that is Astra.
mm,
Well, they win. They win that one.
I battle with this next one because I know what I want to say, but I can't say it.
Of course you can. It's the LLC and you're the host. You can say whatever
I
you
know, but it's because it's an obvious one, and I don't think it's going to change. But you know what? Let's see if it does. Nation to watch for, Rising Nation,
Rising Nation. Okay.
newcomers,
Okay.
newcomer to the block.
Well, I'll make it instantly change because I'm just in a petty mood this week. I'll
Okay.
give you a nation to watch for, but I'm also going to give you a nation of trash right now. Like,
Fine. So that was gonna be a
like,
converse.
like
The
do better.
depending.
Like, my God, do better. Right?
Okay.
So, um, it kind of depends on what you're into, right? I think the obvious answer is the rise and able to stay of Botswana,
Mm-hmm.
right? At least for the men, right? But I'm gonna give a big just what the hell are we doing to Trinidad and Tobago?
Wow.
Mm,
The Trinis are wasting Jareem Richards. Like, Jareem Richards is on a phenomenal run, and the fact that he's standing out there by his damn self is ridiculous to me. It wasn't too long ago that the Trinis had relays that were competitive. Like, I can't get a 4x4 with Jareem Richards. I can't get that. There's not enough talent on the island or something. I don't believe that, right? So the Trinis, men and women, do something, do better. Listen to Otto. I don't know what it is you need to do, but for the Trinis to not be relevant at all on the track outside of Jareem Richards is crazy to me.
Hmm. What say you, the year that was?
I'm gonna go in reverse. So the nation that I would say WTF,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call them mediocre Britain because they're not great currently.
whoa,
Ooh.
whoa.
Ooh.
That, that,
Ooh.
Listen,
I don't know. I can't go with you on that. I don't
and
know.
okay, I mean it's fine. I hear what you're saying, but okay, outside of the women's 4x1, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Bro, that
No.
is a nation with more money, more
Yeah.
track money than
Yeah.
any other nation. And they're not good at almost anything.
Okay. I if you want to put it into that box, I can almost get there, but the
They
mid
remind me of the
distances,
University of Texas back in the day, where I used to
Ooh.
always say they did less with more than any school in the country. That's what I think Great Britain is currently doing. I think that they are doing less with more allocated funding than any major country on the globe.
that might be right. But you got the women in the mid distances, 8, 15s. Okay.
You said the
Got
women in the
Amy.
mid distances. You got one group, the two of them train together.
Hey, they came back with the medals, baby.
Hey, this just in. The United States gave them a sub 990 sprinter, Louis Hinchcliffe. We didn't even see him on the track this
We
year.
saw him on the relay
He
Hey,
lives on the
on that
relay.
he
Yeah.
backstroke.
ran the
Okay.
relay.
So again, we're talking about, so we making relay bandits now? Look, we made them. Think about that. Three-quarters of their relay were trained in the United States in the college system. And that's again the men's 4x1. They don't have a 4x4 of any existence on either gender.
Now they absolutely should always have a 4x4. They should.
They should absolutely have every single event, sir.
Actually, why didn't they? What happened to the 4x4? Because
So you see what I'm saying.
they
So
Mm.
had
anyway,
they
they
had
get
Matthew.
Yeah,
they
They had
get
Yemi.
two other
my
44s.
they get my WTF Nation award. You know, my nation to, hey, they got something going. It's like quietly, piece by piece, Italy is starting to become a relevant track nation again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's all
Good.
slowly but surely, right? Because they're more they immediately became more than Marcel Jacobs because the 4x1 ran like beasts, and there was only one guy whose name we knew.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got a world championship male long jumper. We for 3 seconds had a world championship male triple jumper, and he was the B guy from that country. So they got two of the top four in the world. and their female long jumper we know is going to win stuff soon,
Yeah, yeah. She
right?
has
So like,
that word.
Isn't the
what were you
triple
gonna say?
jumper, didn't he realign? What it was it
No. See, that's what I'm saying. That's their best triple jumper
Mm-hmm.
going into the meet is who you're talking about. But the true Italian
Mm-hmm.
is the one
Oh.
that PB'd by 40 centimeters
Yeah.
Okay,
and
I
was
see.
winning until Picardo reminded us all that I am the best.
I am the best.
I am the best.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, I'm
All
glad I
right.
asked this question because the answers that we're getting is not what I thought. So please continue. I underestimated y'all. My bad.
So my nation, the WTF nation, is a nation that continues to do what we're talking about. And it's a nation that has seemingly all the pieces to do what Botswana just did. All the pieces. And for whatever reason, it just doesn't seem to come together. Do you know where I'm going with this?
I believe I do.
Just
Nigeria.
thank you. Just from the collegiate ranks alone,
Mhm.
you're telling me they couldn't put together a 37-point 4x1? You're telling me they couldn't put together or get some finalists in the 100 or even the 200? They had the world record holder in the hurdles. I mean, obviously, whatever it is that she was dealing with this year, I mean, it was an on and off year. But the pieces, man,
Look, man,
the pieces are there. They're on the chessboard. We see
Nigeria
it
is the most
every
disrespectful.
single year.
They're the most disrespectful NGB there is.
Okay, listen, here's the thing.
Nigeria
Look,
is disrespectful.
you couldn't be any more right if you tried. But and off air a while ago, Governor and I had this conversation, and I want to share it with the rest of the world because I don't think the rest of the world really they don't really understand the numbers.
Mhm.
I think if you ask most people, what would be your expectation of Nigeria at a track and field meet? Most people would say your expectations will be comparable to that of Jamaica. They are
Mhm.
kind of compared, and
Yeah.
they're like, Jamaica is the Caribbean Nigeria, like as
Yeah.
far as expectations.
Right.
Nigeria is the African version of Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
Here's the problem. One country has like 27 million people. The other one has 283 million.
Yes. Yes.
Like,
Yep.
I don't think that the rest of the world really understands how big Nigeria is or
Yeah.
how many athletes there are walking around that country,
Yes.
let alone all of the Nigerians that live all over the globe,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
right? There's
The
like 7
diaspora
million or 8
is
million
ridiculous.
Nigerians who
Yeah.
live in the United States.
Yep.
This is all
So
true.
So the fact that they have been underperforming to an underwhelming expectation in the first place is outrageous.
Yeah.
Like they have been getting a pass for expectations in the first place,
Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep.
and they're not even meeting those expectations.
This you're not wrong about any of that.
One medal, one silver medal.
That's insanity.
I
From
mean,
the female hurdler.
no.
What? Yeah.
Toby
Toby
got a
got
medal.
second. Toby wasn't second?
Mm-mm.
Did
Oh,
she get
no,
like
no, hold
fifth?
on.
Yes, she was.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you're right.
I
You're
was
right.
like, it's no
You're
Toby
right.
was
You're right.
second
Yes,
behind
yes, yes,
Kambunji.
yes, right.
Oh,
Correct. Correct.
Now, did you have a positive one? Because I got
Oh,
one
yeah.
more. I got one more WTF. What do they call that? Runner up.
Well, my in terms of my kudos, I mean, I have to give it up to Canada. I have to give it up to what Canada is doing and what we very quietly, what Canada has done, I'd say over the last 4 years. Now, to your point about wasting
Yes, sir.
Jareem's talent, what has Canada done with the grass? And what have we seen every single year? This dude could be hurt. Dude could be out half the season. He could be having a great year,
I'm
bad
gonna go
year.
beat up the monsters when I get off of it.
His supporting cast
I love
has
it.
continuously showed up for
Absolutely.
him and put him in a situation where it's almost a guaranteed medal. We don't call, I mean, yes, we call him Papa Podium because he's going to leave with something, but
Always.
those other three individuals, and that has changed over the years,
Yeah,
right?
they make it around.
But they make it around
Mhm.
and it's phenomenal. So you combine that with Mitten, you combine that with a hammer thrower, you combine that with the two hammer throwers.
I was gonna say both hammer throwers.
Yes, yes. And now you have a formula. You're
Strong.
talking about Canada finishing third in the medal table. Are you serious? It's
Crazy.
amazing. It's
Bro, they have an
absolutely amazing.
Olympic champion and a world champion, two different people in the decathlon.
Absolutely.
That's right.
You
So,
know, so that Canada gets my salute for 2025.
so my dishonorable mention, WTF. I'm sorry. Like, eh, listen, if there's gonna be rivalries, then there's got to be standards. Jamaica on the track, I'm not here for it. And I get that the men's 100 meters went awesome for them. Bravo. It has to be more than that. It has to be more than that. The 400-meter situation is ridiculous. Like, I'm over that. It, it
It's pretty appalling.
like it's got to stop.
Mm-hmm.
The Jamaicans, the hurdling, it's got to be better. Like, it's like Jamaica's so gifted. They got these one-off really big names that everybody loves and it's super impressive. Like, Danielle Williams is amazing. She's always going to show up. She's always going to do her job.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like 10 other people that can run,
Yeah, I know.
and they should be making these finals, and they should be consistently competing for the medals.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, the relays, no. No. I'm sorry. Like, no. Where's the mixed relay? If we're doing
Yeah.
it, if you're telling me there's a mixed relay, our rival in the mixed relay should not be the Netherlands.
And that's
It
exactly
should
who
be
it
Jamaica.
is. It should be
So
Jamaica.
so Jamaica is the only country that can do what the USA did in terms of running an entire
Yeah.
different squad
Mhm.
Correct.
to make it to the finals to save their big dogs.
Correct. And
They
between
have
so
they have that kind of talent pool. It's
like
ridiculous.
like from the 800 meters and down,
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Jamaica in the mix for everything, men and women, because the talent is there. The field event, Jamaicans have been killing it for 2 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
And they now all run for Turkey.
Right. They're literally, y'all lost them. They're all Turkish now. So are we gonna see the future Elaine Thompsons of the world? Like that next generation of sprints, are they all gonna be Turkey too? Because y'all can't get it together? Like, what's popping? So
Just watch champs next year. They'll be there.
Yeah.
You know,
You
the one thing is,
you'll
to
see
your
them.
point, that's really bizarre. Every Caribbean country seems to have a male javelin thrower right now, except Jamaica.
Crazy, right?
Like, that's really odd. But like, all of them have a world-class javelin thrower except Jamaica.
They're not playing enough cricket.
I guess something.
So what's next,
So-
Big League?
Well, my one honorable mention, and you guys glimly went over it with the Netherlands. Like you're seeing douses of orange all over the track,
Mm-hmm.
and top 5-ish, top 7-ish. So like they're the chipping away, minus Femke and the mixed relay. Like they've got unsupported throwers who are in the top 3 and making noise and figuring out why I can't be supported, and so I think that's one on the rise. And then you guys all said my
Well,
dishonorable mentions.
in terms of Europe, Italy was the only European country that got more medals than the Netherlands. Seven to their 6. You know, Jamaica's still got 10 medals. They still got the 3rd most medals
Yeah, but
out
I'm
of
sorry, but I
everybody.
see, and that's why they get away with this.
But we hold what is the standard that we hold them to? That's the thing, right?
That's right.
So
Okay, so again, I think I have the answer, and I feel like you guys are going to tell me something different that I wasn't even expecting. Most consistent performer.
there's only one for me.
That's like there really can't be anybody other than the young lady who dominated the entire sprint world all damn year.
Yeah, that's Melissa. Move on.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Think of your event groups.
Go ahead.
I mean, listen, Mondo is Mondo, and I'll be the
Yes.
first person to say that, right? In all deference to, and obviously I'm a field event person, dominating the pole vault as the best pole vaulter in the world is, huge air quotes, easier than dominating the 100 and the 200 as starting the season not the best female sprinter in the world.
So is that consistent then?
Yes, because she won everything all year.
Mm-hmm.
But you just said she started off as not the best.
Okay, so you meaning consistency for a career or consistency for this year? Because I gave that answer as for this year.
Oh, you said not the best, meaning career.
I mean, okay, look. I mean, Mondo can have the most consistent performance every year because he doesn't have any challengers and he's going to break world records.
He has one.
Kind of. Sure.
Yes.
Like it's fine. Like, and least of all, we are not the people that are getting, like, we're not taking Mondo for granted. We understand Mondo, right? You're never going to see it again, by the way. Like, we understand all of that. But if you're talking about okay, Mondo's in a category by himself playing his own game in his own airspace. Melissa Jefferson just completed factually the greatest 100-meter season in world history.
Yeah.
Be it by win or by time. It's not like she was consistently awesomely at 10-9 all year. If she would have done that, that would have been impressive. Nah. She's averaging 10-7 low.
And that's with a couple of those into headwinds.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So consistency of performance that is impressive. Melissa.
I will throw a curveball at you because he's too good for an honorable mention. He would be a 1B. Listen, my man was riding between me and Lyndon on the way to Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
But Wanyani,
oh man,
he dominates the best event on the men's side.
Yeah.
Well, Wanyoni is like at the championships. Y'all can bet on who you want to.
Yes.
Because here's the funny part. We talk about everybody who did Grand Slam track. We completely forget that Homeboy set a 1500 PB at the Grand Slam track first meet.
He did.
So just and I think we are discounting something. Mondo jumped, and I'm talking about days. He jumped 17 times. So including the qualifying for qualifying for the final, out of those 17 times, he jumped under 6 meters 3 times.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Yeah.
has to be the most ridiculous season ever. And we're not talking like 601.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't done the average, but I'm guessing it's somewhere between 613 and 620.
Yeah.
Average. It's
Yeah.
crazy, man. Crazy.
I mean, he's dangling on a pole, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
put
There's
it in
so
the
many
long
things
jump.
that can go wrong there.
Like put it in the long jump context, right? If your PB is 840, 835,
Mm-hmm.
them dudes don't just jump 820 every meet.
No, no, no.
No.
And there's
Nope.
no pole.
I said this to somebody 2 days ago. 22 worlds outdoors, 22 worlds indoors, 23 worlds outdoors, 24 Olympics, 25 worlds outdoors. I was at every one of those meets. And the thing that every one of those meets has in common is that Mondo not only won, he set a world record.
Mm-hmm.
That is insanity.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That is the literal definition of being ready when it matters.
Okay. Last, I don't remember what these words are called, but last thing.
The last
The
Leading-
last thing.
Because there's a word and it starts with a P, but I can't think of it. Standout event of worlds specifically, not of the season. Standout
Ooh.
event.
I'm gonna let y'all argue about the rest of it. I'm sorry. I'm going listen. There's about 7 or 8 events I think you could argue this for.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to break that argument very simply by the silver. Don't tell me about the winner. It's the event with the most impressive silver,
Mm-hmm.
which is clearly the women's 400 meters. I'm sorry. Like Paulino running 47.9 and beating the doper and losing
Oh Lord.
You knew that was coming.
is the craziest thing you're ever going to see. 48-1 got third.
So
The women's 400 meters.
I would be compelled to agree with you, except if I use your logic, I get to my answer, which is the men's 800. Because, hear me out. If we compare place versus place, one in the women's 400 was better than one in the men's 800.
Yeah.
Elite for sure, but not historical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because of what's been going on, right?
Yeah.
2, same argument can be made, right?
Mm-hmm.
But 3 through 8 are all better in the 8. 143 dead was dead ass last.
I mean, 49 mid was dead last in the
49 mid ain't 143.00, not 143.97. 143.00 was last. Like, I'm trying to figure out, if you're dead ass last and you know you're dead ass last, why are you still running that hard?
No, listen. I'll give it to you if you want to get off the podium and go through the final.
So I was just saying, depth
I
of the
give that to you.
entire field. The women's 400 was insane. I think we all agree it was
Yes.
insane, right? But Chu and I have had this happen before, where we're watching the 1500 and we think nobody's running because they're all bunched together, and then we find out they're all running fast. This happened a couple times. Like, that's what's happening in the men's 8, is that what they're doing is getting lost because so many of them are doing it.
Because they got the doses of Martin right.
I mean, they got the doses right. They got on the ultimate super shoes for the event that they do. I get it all, but at the end of the day, I keep saying this. When the dudes that are seventh and eighth are still balling to the finish and running 142, I'm confused.
I'm kidding, by the way. I mean, I'm
No, I
not
know you
kidding,
are.
but
I know you are. But I'm just
but
saying, like,
Hey,
like
Mark,
it's
that
insane.
stuff's legal. So
for
Yeah,
now,
for now.
So I just had to do a deep dive. And the only women's 800 race that was better than what we just witnessed in Tokyo was in Moscow in 1980.
oh yeah, I mean, we all know that nonsense.
so
So that race was clean.
so
And so 4 out of the top 17 times in history, number 8, number 10, number 16, and number 17 were in Tokyo. Okay, the only race that was better is the number 2 time in history, the number 12 time in history, and the number 14 time in history.
Those last three that you riddled off there, what years were those run?
So they were
2,
all in the
12,
same
and
race.
14.
No. The
2, 12, and 14.
2, 12, and 14. What years were those run?
1980.
80.
All 1980?
No,
Yeah, that was in
1980.
the same race in
The
Okay,
same
1980.
so yeah,
race.
just
Yeah,
throw those
yeah,
out the same
yes.
way I'm throwing out the top 3 women's 400 meter
There
runs
you
of all
go.
time.
There you go. So, yeah. I mean, it's that race. I think it's still criminally underrated simply because of what Sid did. I mean, but we can't ignore it.
I mean, those
Well,
three races, if we're just going to call it what it is, right? The men's 8, the women's 8, and the women's 400, people are going to be talking about those races forever.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
because I respect the depth argument for the men in the 8, I will simply say this. I'm still going to hold at the women's 4 because of this one very specific dynamic. And that being Sid. Not because of what she ran, but because she got bored over here
Mm-hmm.
and came into a space and walking to the line when they were doing the announcements on the screen, half the population actually thought she was going to lose,
Yeah.
which is crazy to me. But there
Still
was
confused by those people.
no, but you know, hell, you were there. Half the people in the stadium thought she was going to lose.
Oh,
mhm.
there's no doubt. And again, as it was happening, I was still looking at people who were surprised, like during the race, and I'm like, I don't think what's going to happen.
So for comparison's sake, Sid at number 2, Paulino number 3, Nasser at number 9 in that race, in
In that
history,
race.
in that
Yeah.
race.
Nasser's
then
performance in that Nasser's performance in that race was number 9.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, who's between Paulino and Nasser?
Krachluk,
Cut
Krachavilla,
that out of there.
Pratok Vilova, stop.
Kick it out. Next.
Nasser in 2019.
Okay,
Right.
so she didn't PB, she missed it by a thing. So Nasser is number 4
4.
all time,
Yes.
just not in that moment.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Then you
That
have
makes more sense.
Marita Koch.
Get
Marita
that out
Koch
of there.
tied for 6. Then you have Paulino at 8 from 2024.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you basically watched the world record, the number 2 and the number 3 all time.
Yep. Absolutely.
Tough race. All right. So to close out our flashback to 2025, what was the most memorable thing for you, whether it was collegiately, your team, or world athletics wise? Excuse me, sorry.
Most memorable thing, right?
Yep.
Okay, so hear me out. I'm going to pick the one thing I don't think we're ever going to see again. So obviously, my opinion. I don't think we're going to see a 16-year-old high school kid run 142 ever again in life.
No.
Like we're gonna like I mean, nobody wants to hear this. We're gonna see Sid run faster than we just saw her run. It'll probably happen,
100%. That's going to
right?
happen.
But you know, like we saw some great things happen for sure. I just don't think we're ever gonna see another high school kid run 142 anything in the men's 8. I just don't think it's gonna, because him running 145 was otherworldly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're in 142.
That's that performance for so many reasons will never get the credit that it fully deserves. That is a 16-year-old child running the equivalent of a 16-year-old child running 9.7 in the 100.
Oh yeah.
So is that the most untouchable high school record in U.S. history?
Yes.
At this point,
Don't know how you don't say yes.
yeah, because the national high school record in the 200 it isn't Arion's because he went pro while he was in
Mhm.
high school. If it
Mhm.
was 1949, I'd say they were comparable. But yeah, I literally don't think there's ever going to be a high school kid that can run 142.6.
I mean, put it like this. The high school, like it was Sid, right? In the high school phenom space. Most recently, over the past 2 years, it's been Quincy Wilson.
Mhm.
And Quincy Wilson is great. And Quincy Wilson has a world record for U18s, right? That nothing Quincy Wilson has done is even close to that 142.
Not even close.
Mhm.
Well, you thought
Not
it was until this happened.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like that blew the 800-meter U18 world record towers above the 400-meter record.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Like it's crazy.
I have a silly one, but not silly at the same time. That Texas Relays was almost on time the whole meet.
That was a good one.
Wow.
That was a good
That's
one.
Wow.
very
You
I
you
am
went
here for
there.
shots fired.
You went
I
there.
like that.
Okay. All
that's
right.
very, very funny.
Was almost on time. Like I want to say maybe 12 minutes was the biggest gap we had. It's not
Oh
hours.
man.
It's pretty good.
I could be wrong, but it wasn't that off.
For me, I think I've said this before, but a melanated podium in the javelin.
Yeah.
Hey, and the decathlon.
I've never
And the decathlon.
let's just pile that on. Never seen it in my life. I don't know if I'll ever see it again.
Here for it.
Yeah.
Well, in that space, melanated, unmelanated in the long distance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I
three of
mean,
them sweeps.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Specifically word that the question again, Chu.
Whether it be your collegiate, world athletics. There's a third branch that I can't remember what I said.
Well, what's the question?
Most memorable.
Most memorable.
Memorable.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the most memorable, but it's a sign of the times. What the Georgia women did to the field at NCAA's, and by the field I mean all the other female teams, while scoring 0 points in what you thought they would come in and do, short sprints and relays, right, is a sign of the major, like that. When we look back at whatever collegiate track and field is going to be moving forward, understand that that moment was the moment where it has shifted forever, because that particular program and the very, very few that financially exist like it moving forward are now officially playing a completely different game than all the rest of us are. And that's the kind of stuff you're going to watch at the show. And the like that moment for me was the official stamp of the Grand Canyon size gap between the haves and the have-nots moving forward. And if you're a, I have always dismissed and will continue to dismiss our sport is in trouble, our sport is dying narrative holistically. Anybody that was in Tokyo this year will tell you that is absolutely untrue. But
Ridiculous.
but collegiately, oh, it's an issue. It's a problem. And the shift is monumental, much like things that are going on in our government. It hasn't really hit you yet for real. Oh, but it's coming. And when it, crystallizes for everybody, I think the shock and awe of this gap is going to be hard for a lot of people to swallow. And it's going to make a lot of things really, really hard to do. So, but that blowout is a is a very different thing. So buckle up, folks.
Well, 2025 is closed. Slowly peeling the pages for 26. So, we mentioned the country a couple times tonight, so I'd have to be a numbnut not to say it out loud. Happy Independence Day to Nigeria. That's that. So, other than that, y'all,
Independence should not mean corruption.
I'm
Do
just,
better.
oh my gosh.
Do better.
Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves.
Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah, hold on.
shout out to Otto and the crew on their Emmys.
Yes.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out.
Yes. Shout out to
That is a humongous accomplishment for the sport of track and field. Obviously, them in specifics, but that is a humongous accomplishment for the sport of track and field.
on a much smaller and less relevant scale. Our show, as you know, airs on Fridays. Hopefully by Fridays,
Mostly.
hopefully by Friday, the this thing will be up and running. But in November, San Jose, California, November 15th, we are going to be hosting the first of what I hope will be annual Speed City Coaches Clinic, Speed City Coaches Summit. We have 3 Olympians gracing the stage. We have Dr. Amber Murphy coming out from all of her wonderful work over the years, and it's going to be pretty awesome. So hopefully while you're watching me say this, the link is live and you can register and come on out and do what you do.
All right, y'all.
All
Have
right,
a
we'll
great
shut up
week.
now, Chew.
Have a great week. We'll see each other soon. Bye now.